Hey, we're back. I am back. Ooh, computer's struggling a little bit here. Um, welcome. I guess this is episode seven. Seven. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why your website doesn't convert users into leads or customers or whatever it is. There are reasons. But first, hi, my name is Wayne Pelletier. I own the Resonant Pixel Company. We make awesome websites and we do it by subscription on the Squarespace platform. We absolutely love it. So I'm going to get right into these. As always, the format, I'm going to rap about website stuff, usually Squarespace related. Then I'm going to rap about what's going on with AI stuff that I'm working with right now, what I'm seeing, what I'm using. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. And I got a couple good updates on that this week or today, I suppose. I'm going to break down what's popping, what I'm working on, what it means. And I'm also going to bang on the struggle bus a little bit. So first, and these are not necessarily in order. Technically, you could argue that there are 4 reasons why your website doesn't convert, but I got 5. Because the first 2 are kind of bookends, extreme opposites. The only contact for you is your Contact Us page. That's a problem. We've seen it. It's on most websites. Don't have a way to contact someone unless there's a phone number or an email address in the footer. Sometimes it's in the content or in a strong direct marketing call to action. But most websites, especially if they're just static brochureware marketing websites, will have a Contact Us page and then it has a form with a few questions. They're usually very vague. If there's even copy on the page, sometimes there is copy, sometimes there isn't. It's just contact us in a form. You couldn't be less specific about who you want to contact, what they get in return, what their expectations can or should be. You might as well have a contact us page that just says, don't bother. Just don't bother. Number 2, at the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got too many calls to actions or CTAs, right? We're not focused enough. And even if the action is the same, the button copy or the link copy might be different. And that's a problem. We want a single call to action, one primary business reason why someone would contact you. Think about your best customer model, the benefit they'll receive if they contact you, right? The outcome. Think about the transformation. Then you're really cooking. You have purpose and intent all lined up. Now, if you have a lot of offers, especially if you're e-commerce, you've got a lot of products or something, especially digital products for sale on the website, those things should all have their own call to action. But on those pages, each one of those items has its own call to action, usually some kind of add to cart, or, shop bag or whatever. All that's fine. But at the top level, from a marketing and branding perspective, there shouldn't be a very large number of calls to action. Keep it simple. So somewhere in between, you don't just want a contact us page and you don't want a bunch of different reasons why someone would contact you. If you're not niched enough, fine, figure that out. If you are niched or you have a good understanding of your ideal customer, what I call your best customer model, then communicate with them the transformation you're trying to achieve or help them achieve. And you should find that action on your site is taken a little more frequently. Number 3, and this seems so obvious, but I'm going to hit on it anyway, is bad copy. No vague industry speak or terminology. We're not here to shift paradigms or talk about solutions. Oh my God, I hate that word so much. Nobody buys solutions. Hey, I'm going to the grocery. What are you getting? Solutions. No, don't. Nobody says that word in conversation. So don't put it in your copy. And there are 600 words just like it. Don't waste anyone's time. Get right to the point. Keep it simple. Keep it straightforward. Tell them about the outcome, the transformation, the benefit, whatever type of business you're running, and get them to see that transformation and communicate that. If it's, we make awesome websites, say we make awesome websites. If it's, we're premium Squarespace designer, say we're a premium Squarespace designer. If we make the best widget, say we have the best widget. Don't say vague, jargonish words. It's not doing anybody any favors. If anything, they're just going to wear out the arrow on their back button. The next one, number four, bland design. And you see this a lot in the template space. Someone will go to Theme Forest and buy a template for $50, install it, and pretend they designed a website. I'm always cautious of that. I don't do templates, but templates can work. I'm not bad-mouthing templates. Templates can be a huge time saver, especially if you're a DIYer and you don't have confidence in your design skills. Go get a template. But customize the template and make it your own. Make sure it reflects your brand and your story in a way that represents the business for your best customer. Bland design or weak typography, weak photography, not using photography appropriately to support the concepts in the copy. This is where design falls down. And it brings me to my last point. Number 5, no real differentiation. Oh my gosh, if I had a nickel for every client over the years, for the last 29 years, I'd be rich. If I had a nickel for every single time someone just wanted to do something the way a competitor is doing something in market. It's not always plagiarism. I'm not trying to imply that. Sometimes it's you just see them doing something, especially if it's feature or content type related. They want to do something just like that. That's difficult to do because you don't know if they like it, if it's really working for them, or if it's really something that's going to work for you. Be your best self. That's the easiest way to find differentiation. Put a stake in the ground. This is what we stand for. This is what we represent. We're going to die on this hill. Let's rock. Then your brand can have real differentiation in the market and stand out and really connect. Yes, you're going to alienate some people, but you're going to find super fans, and they're going to buy more than the bland design and bland fans. Struggling to talk today. Maybe I'll put that in the struggle bus. You're going to connect with people in a more emotional and purposeful way. And the people who connect with how you've differentiated yourself are going to be better customers. That is the 5 reasons why a website struggles to convert. There are more, but those are the top from what I've seen. And I've made a few hundred websites, so don't listen to me. All right. I still don't have segue graphics. It's such a low priority, but we'll get there. My goal here, right? Just side note, can I? Side note? Of course I can side note. Look, I want to get 5% better after every episode, every recording. Just 5% better, man. It's not so much to ask, is it? All right, into the AI segment. Maybe we'll have audio transition too, not just graphic transition. It became apparent how painful the transition from just AI being chatbot and LLM call and response media. How difficult the transition is going to be from that to agents. And we're seeing agents pop up in quite a few places right now. Probably Zapier is being the most aggressive about creating some marketing around agents. And then we're seeing it inside of some of these. So an agent would be something you can install. Like if you make a custom GPT and ChatGPT projects, there is an API for agents with Claude and the Anthropic, framework. What we're seeing with, and if you don't know the difference, you chat with ChatGPT or, any LLM, Perplexity, whatever, and you say, I have a question. How does this work? Or give me an answer on a thing, or give me 25 whatevers. It just bangs it out. That's a call and response. Agents can make choices for you. You can say, if this, then that. It's really powerful. Now you have an intern that's able to make choices and decisions based on whatever framework or structure you have given it. It's awesome. It's going to rapidly scale how much we can get done as small businesses. It's probably also going to rapidly scale how many things we screw up and break. So we'll see. And I say it that way because I don't know if I'm the only one, but the bots on Instagram for the last 5 days or so have gone insane. But it happens in sprints. It's like quiet all day, and then for an hour, you get 100 new followers. And I literally have exploded by like 600 new followers the last few days. And I don't even use the application very much. It's an illustration of what we could be in for as these networks, like not just Meta, every single application now ultimately is going to be hit by these bots, by agents that are set up inside of something. Like if you set up an agent inside of a Zap or Make.com and say, if this thing comes in, decide which place it goes and put it there. If something isn't quite right with that, it's going to multiply, and it probably means you have 100 things to click on to clean it up. So the infrastructure for managing and maintaining that isn't common. It's not a common UI. I'm sure the smart folks at Zapier and Make and Anthropic have thought of this, and they all have ways of managing it. I just don't think that is cultural yet, the patterns in that UI. So it'll be interesting to see. Certainly we developed a pattern with chat. We'll develop patterns for this too. I'm just watching it as I see a couple of apps start to get inundated by automation and break in a way that I haven't really seen before. So that's kind of fascinating to watch. Hopefully it's not too painful. The second thing I wanted to mention with AI, someone I really admire and I look up to her work, Becca Harpain over at Inside the Square. Go check out her channel here on YouTube. It's amazing. She's awesome. She launched this really cool custom GPT called Custom Cody, and it's CodyDey.com. So customcody.com. I'll put a link in the description. No affiliate links, no funny business. Just, hey, this thing's cool. And she worked really hard. And I did something in about 30 seconds that would have taken me an hour to code previously, and was just blown away. It's so good. I highly recommend, if you write custom code at all for Squarespace and Squarespace websites, that thing is worth checking out. All right, new segment. Swipe. What's poppin'? Still hate this name for this segment, but whatever. So look, I am inundated right now with maintenance and updates on websites, and we have a few dozen subscribers to our subscription plans. Most businesses are on the base plan, the Credibility Starter, and it's really, really cool program where you don't pay a lump sum fee for your website. You just subscribe and we're off to the races. We just go make the whole honking website for you, and you just pay your subscription every month, get as many updates as you want. You get new content, you get SEO on site, you get all kinds of cool, really, really amazing perks. We just packed this thing with value and have a lot of happy customers. The beauty is you can email me. They go right into their Trello board. Everyone has their own Trello board, and there's just an inbox. Put all the priorities you want, everything you want done on your website. You boop, 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 bang those into the inbox. We move one into the in progress column, and when it's done, we move to the done column. That's how simple the whole process is. And you know, some days we don't get any requests for updates and maintenance or fixes and redesigns or anything. Some days you gotta get hammered with them, and you know, we work through them. Most things, you know, if you've used Squarespace, you know, most things only take a couple of minutes to get done. It's so fast. That's part of the beauty of it. So even though you have 10 requests, you might have 10 minutes of work, you may have 10 hours of work. You don't really know what you're getting into. It's usually closer to 10 minutes, but doing a lot of maintenance and updates this week. Love that it's coming in. I love supporting the clients and customers we have. So doing that makes me really happy. Love, love, love that we're continuing to drive value with programs we designed 2 years ago, and just being of service, right? I should just get a shirt that says like, be of service. So let's hit the struggle bus segment. I'm going to jump right to the struggle bus segment. And if you can't tell, struggling to speak today. I'm probably working at 70 to 75% capacity because I had a couple of beers last night because of the Super Bowl. I'll be a hundo tomorrow. But today, yeah, definitely moving at a reduction, what would you say, a reduced capacity of about 25, maybe 30%. So that's fun. Speaking of which, got to stay hydrated. And then lastly, I'm looking for 5 people. 5 people. That's it. We've just been super focused in transitioning. Still can't speak. Hey, Super Bowl. I've been hyper focused for the last few months in transitioning and packaging the process that I use for banging out these awesome websites. And renaming and branding the process our Credibility Playbook. And I think it's very different than the done-for-you service that we provide by creating websites on the subscription plan, like I was just explaining. And this is part of the reason why I explained that, not just to show you the Trello process, but the playbook itself, the Credibility Playbook it's more of a consultative or consultation. It's 6 short weeks of how-tos and art direction, me art directing you. So I've never sold anything like this before, so I'm super excited. And out of the gate, I just want 5 people that share just a few criteria, right? They have a clear vision of what they want to do, like a roadmap, and they just need help executing it. They have a DIY mindset and or budget. The introductory price is ludicrous. It's crazy good. Because I just want feedback and I want to proof it, right? And they should be ready to invest in some kind of web presence. I know hopefully they really do need a website. If not, you know, we can have that conversation. Like I said, I'm never trying to sell somebody something that they don't need. I don't want them here against their will. And then they value some kind of guidance or, you know, my expert advice to help them navigate not just the Squarespace platform and DIY that, but their personal brand and their company brand, and navigating how do you juxtapose that and build upon it in a way that helps them achieve the goal and helps their best customer or their ideal customer that they're hopeful to target. There's a transformation that they can really tell a story about. And, just you can contact me. You can DM me, find me on LinkedIn, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from a few people. And thanks for being awesome. Thanks for any intros you toss my way. I'll be super grateful. Figure out a way to send you extra karma or something, or good vibes. Maybe vibe out here. Send extra good vibes your way. Maybe I'll even tell you how it went with them. And you know what I should do is give you a free ride through the thing. You can come through with them. Whoa, I may have just invented something. I like it. Anyway, thumbnail moment. I know I said I was going to do this at the end. What should we do? We should do something where I'm off and I'm like that, or I don't know. We'll see. Nobody's in here, so it doesn't really matter, does it? One day, somebody's going to go back into this archive and go, what was this guy doing at the start of his show? He's crazy. Yeah, I might be, but you're watching, so who's crazy meow? I will see you Wednesday. Peace.